Hello everybody, my name is Leedika42 and rank has had some serious problems in Splatoon 2 and there's three main things that affect it. Now the first thing that affects it is the new rank system, the power bar instead of the points from the first game. So I'm sure everybody already knows the power bar works. If you pass the yellow line, you are safe from deranking. When you fully break your meter, you will drop to a percentage of your old rank if you have passed the yellow bar, and you will only derank if you are below the yellow bar when you've lost enough. Now this creates a major problem when it comes to people deranking, because you can essentially hold on to your rank for a very long time. Everywhere from C- to A+, you can lose 4 times as many games as you win, as long as the game deems you as contributing to the game, which can be anything from just painting the objective, pushing the tower, the Rainmaker, getting a couple kills. There's a lot of things that the game will consider you as contributing, which means you can be carried 1 in 4 games and still gain rank. This, in combination with the next thing, is going to create a huge problem, and that is the ping-based matchmaking. So if you don't know, Splatoon 2 uses your ping to match you in different lobbies, which is essentially your connection speed to the other players. So what that ends up doing is players who are closer to each other geographically, so closer to each other in the world, will be far more likely to be paired with each other. So if you live in New York, you're most likely to be paired with people from the general East Coast. This will cause Americans to be paired with Americans almost exclusively, Japanese to be paired almost exclusively with Japanese in Australia, and Europe to be paired with Europe. What this does is it creates a smaller player pool for the matchmaking to pull from, which means that any given time there is less people playing online. So if all the people online happen to be less experienced players, which is incredibly likely because most Splatoon players are not competitive players, most of them are casual players, that's just the way things are. Because of that, you're more likely to get paired with a lot of casual players in a lobby because all it cares about for pairing you up in a lobby is your ping, not your skill. That comes in later. To sum things up, people are going to be a lot less experienced in lobbies because we don't have the global scale as we did in Splatoon 1. We're going to have a lot more inexperienced players playing in lobbies with each other, which means that the best of the inexperienced players who are still inexperienced and not very skilled at the game will be going up the ranks. So now that we have all of these inexperienced players climbing ranks because they're being carried by the experienced ones and that they're being all matched together, what does that mean for us? Well, that brings me to the third point, and that is the power system. As you may know, in Splatoon 2, we have a power rating system that you'll see mostly in League and Splatfest, that's where it's very obvious, but it's also in rank. You'll see in the top of the screen that the lobby has a certain power rating, which is the average of all of the people's power. So you as a player have a power number, a number that represents your skill assigned to you based on your wins, how you play the game, how much you contribute. Now the way the game uses this is after it makes a lobby based on ping, not based on what your power level number is. It will try to average both the teams in an attempt to make it fair, which I say with air quotes. So if you are a competitive player and you are well versed in Splatoon 2, then you will be paired with all of the lowest people in the lobby in an attempt to average your power with the other teams, so that both teams have a similar power level number. So now you're sitting here in a lobby where you are the best player in the lobby, or a really good player. Maybe you're not the best in it, but we're talking about competitive here, so we're going to say you're probably the top 3 in the lobby, and your entire team is far below you, and the other team, all 4 of their members are better than your 3 other members. Now obviously this isn't going to happen all the time. There's going to be times where you get paired against other people that are good in the lobby, but what I'm saying is the majority of the time is that you are going to be paired with people who are of a lower skill than you are. In addition to this, there's nothing that tries to pair weapons with each other. You can end up with 3 rollers and a brush on one team, while the other team has everything that outranges that and still has high turfing, like Dry Slosher, Splattershot, etc. So in conclusion, everyone is at the mercy of random number generation in rank. And this also applies to Twin Squad, because Twin Squad does the same thing. You don't know who the other two people you're going to get are. I hope this video has shed some light onto why rank is like this if you're a competitive player and you've been feeling this same thing that a lot of us have been feeling of our teams just being so random in levels of skill. If you liked the video, then leave a comment down below telling me what you liked about it or what you disliked about it. The feedback helps me a lot in making better and better content. I'm now planning on doing a weekly series where I talk about different things in Splatoon. It can be anything from a weapon guide such as Brush or Brella, which are the two weapons that I feel most comfortable with, from talking about things like this, like the situation of rank. So if you really liked my content a lot, then considering subscribing, because I'm going to be doing that so you can make sure you don't miss out on any of that. And that is all I have to say for today. I hope you have a good rest of your day.